Ahoy, fellow replicants.
And welcome aboard the Joy of Trek, a conspiratorial podcast exploring the upper pylons and runabouts of Star Trek, all of it. I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
And thinking that Miles never has a second cup of coffee at home is your chief engineer, Greg.
Nice one, Keiko.
Together we're on a mission through the peace delegations of Star Trek to find the flat floor in every cave and the excellence in every episode.
Even the needlessly thorough medical examinations.
Because every episode must be someone's favorite and it might as well be ours.
So come with us, you won't be harmed, and join us as we question our very existence in
The Joy of Trek.
Okay, who guessed that one?
Oh,
Who guessed that one?
we sure didn't last week.
No,
I
think
think we were flux summoned or
that flux summoned.
Whatever.
Yes, that flummoxed. I
flummoxed.
think.
That's the one.
Not to be, or flumox, as the Ferengi call it. Hey, did you guess at home? No, okay. So maybe you did better than we did. Hey, what episode are we discussing today?
It was an episode called Whispers, DS9 Season 2, Episode 14.
Yes. First aired February 6th, 1994, written by Paul Robert Coyle and directed by Les Landau, in which, Kay?
Oh, let me see.
Oh, he's got notes again.
In which O'Brien disobeys direct orders and commits willful insubordination and sabotage.
I mean, yeah, quite a bit. Although questionably whether that's going to go on his permanent record.
Not likely, no.
Because, Chief, what actually happens in this episode?
Upon returning from a mission to the Parada system, O'Brien begins to notice the crew acting strangely around him and suspects there may be some unknown influence at work.
Okay, I know that we often make the mistake of talking about the hook of the episode
Right.
before anybody else has seen it, but the big deal about this, did you know what the trick was going in? In your homework, had you been prepared for the twimst?
I had not. And I could also, like we talked about last time when we were trying to figure out which episode it was going to be, did not remember anything. So this was kind of for me almost like I'd never seen this. I must have seen it before.
That's awesome.
Because I did a full DS9 watch through at some point, so I must have seen this episode before, but it was completely not lodged in my mind. So the twist, the actual twist was, still a surprise for me. Although one of the first notes that I had written down is I believe my mind went to it's the aliens who have him kidnapped and have him in some sort of holographic simulation, and they're trying to test his loyalty, whether or not he is, because everything everybody does seems to be trying to get information out of him about the aliens who seem to have this paranoid streak to it, and he is brilliant in it.
Yeah.
If you look at it from that viewpoint, he is fantastic. He maintains OPSEC all the time. Especially that, the scene with Quark is very exemplary.
Hey, keep your powder dry. Keep your powder dry. Let's do this as part of the discussion because it's been a while since we had the newbie versus Nobi kind of dynamic.
Sure.
So I'm really interested in that because I always forget about this episode somehow. Right, it's the middle of the road one, and it's so it always strikes me as a surprise. So I think this is the first time that I came into it remembering what it was about. Also, the homework helped.
Oh yes, I can imagine.
So this was kind of a tricky episode to write because they don't normally have just an A plot and nothing else. But when they went into the writer's room, because everything has to be from Miles O'Brien's perspective, they couldn't have a B plot, or they'd have people talking about, do you know how Miles O'Brien is total fake? And I wonder if we should have him running around and interacting with people.
Fair point, yes.
Yeah. So they actually struggled to sort of pad the runtime a bit because they're not used to writing one adventure for 45 minutes.
It kind of shows a little bit. There's a lot of drawn-out stuff in there, which they admittedly remarkably well pick up by just playing with the camera work.
Beautiful.
Doing the long shots and, there's also all the lingering gazes and every stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
That's, they do that very well.
Part of that was, there was a whole extra scene filmed, a whole extra 2-minute scene, which involved O'Brien singing The Minstrel Boy, a callback to The Wounded.
Yes.
But there was an error in the script.
Okay.
Where several times O'Brien references the Rio Grande pursuing him, but the Rio Grande is the ship that he's on.
Right.
And they couldn't fix that.
We got that wrong.
We got that, and they couldn't refilm it, couldn't fix it in post, and okay, we'll just cut it. which is very frustrating for like the writer. Hey,
I can imagine, yeah.
They wanted runtime padding, and then they pulled a Douglas Adams.
Yes.
You had to write a 10-page script by this afternoon. I've got 5 pages and 6 hours. Okay, 4 hours later, how much you got?
3 pages.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, what did other people think of this? Because it's such an unusual episode.
It's quite well recommended.
Yeah.
Geek.com recommended as essential watching for the abbreviated Star Trek Deep Space Nine binge watching guide.
Oh, interesting.
Den of Geek ranked it the 25th most scary episode of all Star Trek up to that time, which was 2020, so fairly. And Vulture.com called it the 14th best episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, praising its surprise ending. The only bit of critique that I read about it is it's not very rewatchable because it hinges so very much on the twist at the end.
Yeah. It's not hugely clever from the other perspective.
No.
Because that's something that you kind of want with like twist episodes, that they have a rewatch value because there are other things to pay attention to the second time around. Although I actually found that because I was looking for something, and it's mostly like the operations of DS9, like really getting to spend a day watching how the work is done. It's usually only touched on. Okay, so we've got a delegation coming in. What are the jobs that need doing? How do we distribute the work? How do we deal with the security risk like Replicant O'Brien was?
Of course, yeah.
And we have one more person who really, really liked this episode because that's the person who recommended it. And that is, okay. We don't usually have this much personality in the prose of the recommendation, so I'm gonna. I don't know if this person is going to record their own recommendation, and if not, I'm going to try and sort of match their energy.
Okay.
Hello, 'tis I, Nerdimus Prime, or is it the Derp Prime? We don't know yet, but we will figure it out one day. Hush you! I am talking right now. Whew. In Whispers, we see Chief O'Brien once again and hint as to why we call him the most competent in Star Trek. High praise. Here we see his investigative abilities, his skill, but remember, he keeps a station with 3 species variations of technology working properly. No Star Fleet Tech Shenanigans.
Well, some of those, but yes.
And his troubleshooting skills are exemplified here. He notices a problem, he solves it. As much as the duplicate is not our Brien'O, he is. Chief O'Brien is simply put the greatest engineer in the series to date.
No argument there.
No, I think so. That's a great way to describe this episode because, it is a mystery unraveling episode, but he approaches it like an engineering problem.
Yes.
Right, which is really not that different from an investigative process of elimination, experimentation. No. Trying solutions till they fail and keeping your eye on the end goal. Oh, I really like that.
So, let's see. Do we have...
I say we eject the warp core!
Warp cores.
None.
No, not really, do we?
There's no problems with this episode. Oh, maybe one. Maybe one. And that is how early are they is the station sure that there's something wrong with O'Brien? And is Keiko required to be alone in her home with, a suspected replicant? Like,
probably.
Do they have any suspicion about him? And then,
clearly, because someone's talked the way Molly responds, clearly Molly knows something.
Yeah.
So there must be some sort of thing.
She's collaborating. I figured it out now. Okay, so not a problem. She must be collaborating out of her own motivation, and she's doing this quite willingly. So she's not being forced into the situation.
She probably volunteered for it. Yes.
Yes.
That sounds absolutely right. Because otherwise, it's like, she had to go to Bajor for a plant emergency or something, and she took Molly.
Oh no, emergency plans.
Yeah. That's,
at 5:30 in the morning?
I don't know, there's some really rare thing has suddenly caught in bloom and she had to go there to...
Oh, wow.
Botany tech talk.
Oh, don't you have one of the, a corpse flower plant that blooms
like that.
Once every decade and you never know when it's going to happen?
Or the penis flower.
I
think they're the same, actually.
I was just going to make a joke about a penis flower, but you're telling me there is a penis flower?
Yes, you never heard of it?
Evidently not.
Clearly, well, you're one of today's lucky 10,000.
I bet I won't be as impressed when I Google it as I hope to. So I'll just leave that for my little brain right now. How about we warp into the episode?
Here we go. Which is actually also it's actually the wormhole which will be opening to O'Brien sitting in his shuttle and already he's a little bit perturbed, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's the Piratas. I couldn't quite make out what they were saying. Like, was it some piranhas? What kind of aliens are we talking about? But Pirata.
Yes, that's what the devil wears.
But yes. Oh, God, fantastic movie. Meryl Streep. Oh. He's making a sequel, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the devil wearing this time?
More Prada? I don't know.
Okay.
Don't change your horse in mid-race.
All right. Okay. O'Brien is setting up the framing device, which was added to pad the runtime a bit, and also to keep people invested in the story, because he says,
"I've got to try to set the record straight about the last 52 hours."
Because Bajor has a 26 hours day.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
And let me see. Oh yes, this is his first cup of coffee.
Coffee, Jamaican blend, double strong, double sweet.
That's how he likes it. That actually sounds very good. I've never had a Jamaican blend of coffee, but...
No, me neither. And it's basically reminiscing.
I'm trying to remember the first time I noticed that things were wrong.
Yeah, and he goes,
And it is apparently
padding the runtime.
Waking up the morning after he came back from the Paradans.
Yeah, and he notices that the bed is empty, because he touches this pillow. Where, that's where her face would be. Like, is that normally how he wakes up? He just grabs his wife by the face.
You know how you kind of reach out nothing, and then you reach a bit further, and then
that's true.
How it goes. So we get to a classic TV breakfast, like a big spread that nobody touches.
Yeah, yep. A pint of orange juice, or who knows what else it might be. It might be mango juice.
Kind of. Well, yes.
You don't know.
He doesn't get a kiss from Molly, who is like, "No, I don't want to."
Yeah.
Go away.
Wow. And he asks,
"What did I do to deserve that?"
And Keiko says, "Oh, it's just a phase. And now I'm going off to school work that I'm very busy with."
Yes. And I'm taking her with me. And he looks kind of surprised. Like, why did you take her to school? And it's like, that seems like a good place for a girl, you know? It's,
yeah.
At 5:30 in the morning.
He's very concerned with the time. He asks about that over and over again. And why did you take him to school when you've got all that reading to do?
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
What an awesome thing to say to someone. Like, when you're just waking up yourself, your whole plan that you've just said to me, that's insane. In fact, I suspect you of being, oh no, they don't know about the founders yet, about the,
oh no.
What's Odo's people called again? Yeah.
I think so. No, I don't know.
The founders, yeah.
Yeah. The flounders.
So they don't know about infiltration, I don't think, to that degree.
Not on that kind of scale.
Well, season 2, but you can already see him suspiciously sipping his coffee at 5:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And it gets worse when he walks in on, I think this is Odo's security office, perhaps.
Don't know. I mean, it's like Mr. De Curtis, as he says.
De Curtis, I appreciate your bushy-tailed enthusiasm.
Oh, I like that.
But I was waiting for Odo to come back from Bajor to do this.
And he's just like, I'm just doing what the commander told me.
Yeah, that phrase that has never really protected anyone from the consequences of very bad decisions.
I'm only following orders.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like, it's different in this situation. It's like, if one superior officer wants you to do one thing and you tell them but your superior officer told me to do this other thing, then it kind of does protect you from being told off about not doing what the first one thinks that you're supposed to be doing.
There's even a cool little moment that I really like is when Brien'O wants to sort of stalk off and talk to Sisko. De Curtis just goes, "Mr. O'Brien," and sort of points at the work.
Oh, yeah.
Asking for double permission.
Right, yeah. It's like, okay, do you want me to continue or not? I mean, it makes sense. You know? It's he wants to know okay, am I supposed to go on? In which case, the beef is between you and Sisko, or am I just going to keep on going? And it's like,
do you want to override the commander's order? Because you can.
Sure, yeah. And then it's like, okay, you two sort it out amongst yourselves. Let me know. I'll be sweeping the broom closet while you guys work it out. And
working in my coloring books, which I always do when mom and dad are fighting.
I mean, I've had similar situations at work,
Yeah.
It's like when person one tells you to this and no, this has a higher priority. And right, you know what? You two go into a meeting room, sort it out, let me know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, who do you love more, mommy or daddy?
And I'll be right on it as soon as you guys figure out amongst yourselves where you want me to spend my time on.
And then there's a sort of a weird thing happening that I couldn't quite figure out, because O'Brien's walking down the promenade.
Yeah.
And then he stops.
Because
now I see
Keiko's
it.
talking to the commander, and it's like, oh, that's very suspicious.
I hadn't seen that it was them two. Like, there was too many heads moving.
No, I clocked that. But yeah, it's kind of like weird that he reacts so strange to that, because like it shouldn't be odd for Keiko to be talking to...
Maybe he's a Neelix. Maybe he's a deeply jealous husband.
Oh, maybe.
And just any time that she has any interaction with someone who's attractive of any gender.
With a man of the opposite sex, yes.
He totally freaks out. That would be Curzon, I think. Right, any Dax would be a man of the opposite sex.
I'm trying to remember where that's from.
That sounds very Irish.
Oh, no, it's like it's some like it's some comedy thing where they like keep referring to like a woman of the opposite sex or something.
We actually sat through the whole opening credits this time.
We did. I mean, I like the tune.
It's yeah. Like part of the starkness is sort of the beauty of it, because it is like the lone lighthouse in a stormy sea, and you just keep circling. Just keep circling, as Ransom says in Lower Decks. We get to just admire all the pylons.
So after the opening credits, we get more Brien'O. He is starting a personal log, and he is just trying to work out what is going on.
Yeah, he's being chased by...
Identification confirmed. Starfleet runabout Mekong.
Yeah, who's keeping pace. And he decides, well, since we've got some time anyway, I might as well continue.
I mean, the way they were acting, they might have been trying to pull off one of those surprise parties that I can't stand.
But it's like not even my birthday until September.
Yeah, so none of this makes sense. You know, there was an original version of this pitch that had more of an amnesia thing going on, where the station just didn't remember Brien'O existing.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I thought I was going to... That's what, based on when I was doing my homework, I kind of read a line or two, and that's where I thought this was going to go to. That, like,
interesting.
It's one of those episodes where he just gradually gets forgotten until at the end nobody remembers who he is anymore or even reacts to it.
That's very Twilight Zone. And then he's going to find out that there is a Miles Jehoshaphat O'Brien, or whatever his middle name is, serving on the Enterprise D, and there'd be a mystery there. And they, in the writer's room, they couldn't quite make that work, and so they sort of dropped the amnesia, which is always kind of tricky and a little bit hokey if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
And went for a more political thriller and paranoia vibe, Parallax View and 1970s thrillers like that.
Mm.
Also a bit Imposter by Philip K. Dick, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw someone compare it to that in one of the comments that I read on this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those Philip K. Dick stories that's been filmed twice. He has the remarkable distinction of not just like a lot of his short stories and novels having been made into films, but some of them like even 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like as a Twilight Zone episode or an Outer Limits episode or standalone film.
Yeah, no, cool. So Bashir is accosting Brien'O and trying to get him to do his medical. And it's like, oh no, but it's not even time for my medical yet.
Yeah, but I want to touch your Jimmy Jones. I want to poke into you. It's time.
And there's like, okay, so I'm gonna I'm not. I'm gonna keep that one for my missing scene.
But I want to know. Even Julian wants to know. Listen,
I'm afraid I'll have to insist.
Yeah.
And Brien'O doesn't want to do the physical now. Today is not a good day, and Julian says it's a great day. It's a great day for a physical. What's a little physical among friends?
Yeah, and the captain orders him to get in on it. And
make yourself available, Chief.
Ooh, if I had a penny.
Because he has to get his report in by next week and get on with it.
And he asks to speak to the commander, who invites him into his office, and the commander does a great job, because he says...
Ensign DeCurtis mentioned to me that you were a little upset.
Yeah, he picks up his shut-up baseball.
Yeah, which he uses as a prop in dialogue. Because at first he says...
No, you have every right to be.
And he apologizes for going around his back and giving orders to his people. And he, completely, allays any suspicion, because he says...
I guess I dropped the ball on that one.
Yes.
And that's all. Because he does create his leadership style does allow people to say, oh, yeah, I made a mistake. The problem isn't that I'm unaware. The problem isn't, there's not a structural problem to solve.
No.
Oh,
except the upper pylons.
No. I think it was maybe also from Picard or something. Like leadership advice, accept mistakes, but not incompetence, and know the difference.
Right, yes.
Right, he's competent and he made a mistake. Okay, moving on.
So he questions them about, and this is where I'm starting to think that he is basically held in a holodeck type thing, and that they're trying to figure. I thought they were trying to test him,
like as an interrogation.
Right. Well, just okay. So they were mentioned to be a very particular paranoid species. He's been to their planet to do security preparations for this. For this meet that they've got upcoming. So I'm thinking they drugged him, make him think that he's left, put him in the holodeck, and now they're trying to test him whether or not he is actually secure. If he has
whether
their best
he can
interest.
Be right. Yes.
So that's what I was thinking at this point, and that especially in the light of what Sisko here is saying. It's like, so tell me about them. Is there anything I should know? Is there anything?
Do they have any launch codes?
And that's a recurring theme. Everybody keeps doing that. They're constantly trying to wheedle information out of him, which of course they are. Which of course they are, but it's from an entirely different perspective. But that's what makes it work for me, I think.
Because that's why Keiko must have volunteered for this, despite the fact that it's kind of scary and gross to be, sharing your home and bed and breakfast table and the company of your daughter with someone
might be. I mean, they don't even know at this point yet, for sure.
Yeah, but they certainly suspect.
Right, they've been tipped up by presumably the
Pradan rebels. Yeah,
the rebels.
Yes, it's a government plot.
Right, I wasn't quite sure about if it was the rebels who captured him and the government is rescuing him, or if it's the other way around.
Yeah, I had the luxury of having enough space in my brain to sort of track that over time. So yeah, the Pradans have had a civil war, and it was the rebel faction that tipped them off, because the government can do amazing things with replicant these days. And so they're all looking for information that will help them pinpoint where the actual Brien'O is being held. That's why they're constantly questioning him about the Piranha, figuring out somewhere where he might have been. And Sisko asks,
the kinds of things we don't include in reports, but might help me in these talks.
Yeah.
He goes, well, they're smelly, they're pretty smelly, and they get smellier when they're worked up.
When they get excited, yes. Well, he gets railroaded. It's
I'll try not to get them upset.
He gets railed?
Well, no, he gets he basically...
Well, I certainly want you to check everything before they get here. But the upfront work can be done by the engineering crews.
Because the upper pylons are broken down again, and it's more important that you work on that, and rather than on the high security stuff. And
I
guess, yeah.
Sisko is really banking on this going very fast and using up Brien'O's faith in him. But also, they don't know whether he's a perfect clone or whether he's maybe quite a simple replicant.
Maybe he has been Manchurian candidated.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's certainly what they're concerned about, as we find out that he's been pre-programmed with an execute order 66, and then he'll or maybe even explode. Okay, let me just favor this sheaf where he says,
Bigger? I
don't know if we'll find that much use for it, but I do like that it's there.
He does manage to, just as he's heading out the door, quiz the commander about his little talk with Keiko. And we're seeing, later on, Captain, here he says, he's been having some trouble with his grades, and turns out later that, oh no, my grades are fine. It's like digging the net of suspicion.
Yeah. Because he's a smooth liar, is the commander, Sisko.
Oh, yes. I mean, you kind of have to be. And then we get one of those long, lingering shots with him, the commander looking out the door at the departing O'Brien, and it's
Yeah. That was actually quite clever. I think this is one of the few times that we actually have a shot of someone while Brien'O isn't in the room.
We'll have to see.
It doesn't happen very often. Yeah.
No, there isn't.
We see him in Bajoran scrubs.
Yeah.
Purple and orange, and he's not a particularly happy camper, is Brien'O?
No, he never is when he's being poked and prodded and having all of his orifices examined and having had a few new ones made.
Oh, I really like this one.
Any dizziness? Oversleeping? Lack of energy? Euphoria?
Yes, all of them. Especially Euphoria. Lots of Euphoria.
Seriously.
Look, if you were determined to keep me here until you find something wrong with me, I'll see if I can't grow you a hangnail.
And they're bitching and moaning.
Yes. Short temper.
Flies off the handle.
Flies off the handle under the slightest provocation. Perfectly normal behavior.
Yep.
Julian, it's interesting to look at how they're all sort of treating what they think is a suspected duplicate.
Right, yes.
And like Julian's the chillest.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to like, oh, I'm just going to like science the hell out of this and trying to get a perfect. I mean, they must have had some, like, because replicator technology can usually be detected.
Yeah.
So they must have some way of making a perfect copy of him.
Yeah. Apparently with all his memories and personality traits. But like Julian, despite possibly knowing that he's a fake, or maybe not, I'm not entirely sure, but I think everybody suspects that he's a fake, still treats him so jovially.
Yeah, and here's a little twist in this, actually, which is, again, another, I mean, it's maybe a little bit of misdirection from the writers, because Julian apparently has forgotten that his mother died 2 years ago.
Yeah. Has he forgotten that?
I don't know, but it's like, it's I mean, probably not. He's probably testing O'Brien.
Yeah.
But for the viewer, the uninformed viewer, this feels like misdirection. It's like you're trying to, in retrospect, it feels like misdirection from the writers, where they're going like, well, okay, yeah, now it seems that like they
Julian
don't know.
doesn't know.
He
Yeah.
should know about this, which again like furthers my theory about like, oh, they're just testing him and like they have an imperfect information.
That's right.
So they kind of just have to make it up as and like it makes a lot more sense if you're looking at it from the viewpoint that he's being held captive somewhere and he's in some sort of holodeck where they're testing him. Then it makes perfect sense that little details like that would be missed by people.
That reminds me. There's the one where that sort of happens to Riker, I think. Chief, which episode am I thinking of?
Yeah.
So that would be the TNG episode 408, Future Imperfect.
Because the exchange goes like this.
Mother and father in good health?
Oh, come on, Julian. You knew my mother died 2 years ago.
Oh.
Did I?
Did I know that?
Yeah.
Did I? But it's time to...
Cough.
Yeah.
Which I'm not hugely familiar with this, but I believe we're supposed to infer that he's handling Brien'O's balls.
Yes, I think it's just for testicular torsion, I think, or something.
Yeah, or lumps, I guess.
I don't know. It's like it seems to be a very American thing.
Yeah, or is he maybe like doing a prostate check or something?
No, you're not. I think the whole coughing is actually part of the thing, and it's usually done on pubescent boys, like to make sure that everything is descended properly and that there's no problem there. But apparently, the coughing is like turn your head to the left and cough. Both of those parts are essential for the test.
Oh, interesting. Well, I've got a back thing at the moment, so I've learned to like while the possible herniated disc and like the nerve is healing, and the usual way you cough or sneeze, which is to arch your back and sort of hunch over, especially like sneeze in the direction that's safe for the environment. Always sleeve it. It's actually kind of bad because the holding your breath and scrunching up like places of intrathecal pressure.
Okay, it might be something to do with it.
So it might be doing something like that, but then with the whatever with your mivonks or whatever you've got down there.
Yeah, so the turn your head and cough thing is to check for a hernia, which if you don't know what a hernia is, I'm not going to be the one to explain it to you. It is uncomfortable, to say the least. It's not a fun thing. So it's usually just to see if there's a hernia kind of like on the front part of you. Look it up yourself if you want to. It's not pleasant. That's all I'm going to say.
And O'Brien has had enough.
This is insane.
And Julian lets him off the hook.
Turns out that just like, oh, no, I'm done. Like, fine.
Yep. Because he's about to,
I mean, there is something wrong with me.
Is his conclusion now. That's why everyone's acting so strange. I'm getting a third, like, brain lobe or something. Like, what's that going to do?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Well, that's why everybody seems so strange.
Chief.
Enough. Don't worry about that.
I mean, that's what he's like. He's literally going, okay, we pushed him too far. We need to ease off on this. Otherwise, he's getting suspicious. You know, he's like, I mean, it would actually be a good idea to send him off on a red herring and like get him suspicious about the wrong thing.
Oh, that might run up against the doctor's medical ethics, though. Letting a patient believe something's wrong with him. That's good. Like, I don't know that it's in the Hippocratic Oath, which, you know, does not say what people think it says.
No.
It has a lot more to say about barbers than about causing harm.
And about, like, paying money to your teacher and, like, taking care of his wife or something like that.
Wait, what?
It's complicated.
I recently learned that the term platonic comes from, like, the teaching style
of Plato.
That was unique to Plato.
Yes.
He didn't have sex with his students.
Oh. Fair enough.
Which is the unique feature of the Platonic school. Let's not think about that too much, but it just... Whew.
All right. Jake is like a pestering Brian. I think this feels a bit like one of those runtime padding scenes because it's like asking for help
But it's dramatically also brilliant because you have someone who's not in on it, right?
Right. Well, is he or isn't he?
I think he is.
Later on, he definitely is.
Yes, exactly. But at this point, he hasn't been informed.
Sure.
And it's just like the station crew are taking quite a risk, I guess, letting him walk around.
I suppose.
Because they're hoping that like this is currently safe and we'll be able to get some intelligence out of it. And they also don't know what's going to happen if they confront him.
This is this is like the normal OPSEC for like situations. Also, when like police when they're doing investigations.
Oh yeah,
keep investigating, and only when it seems like dear crimes are about to happen, that's when you zoom. Because you want to collect as much information as you can, but you can't keep going. You can't allow certain things. I mean, I guess you can allow a little bit of petty theft or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as soon as lives or health of people becomes in danger, they have to step in, even though they would like to let it go and keep up more surveillance to maybe
that's right.
Get to the higher ups a little bit. So
because I guess isn't a threat actually right now
that they're aware of. Yeah.
Yeah. If he had him coughed twice. No, there's definitely no antimatter bombs in either of those in the twins down there. There's a cool little bit about school ethics where Jake asks him for some help with a project, and he asks,
"You don't think it's a conflict of interest or anything? You being married to the teacher?"
Oh, we have to clear it with Keiko, but I don't think she'll mind.
Which is actually really great that they think about these things.
Sure, I'm not quite sure what the problem is asking help from the teacher's husband. Especially from a technical point of view, but
neither of them know that, and so they go, "Well,
fair enough.
Will know."
I mean, if anything, I would like to see a conflict. Well, conflict of interest isn't right, but you have to do this project, this technical project. So what do? You ask this guy who can do this in his sleep for help. It's like, are you still doing the project at that point? So,
I mean, okay, yeah, as long as you're doing the asking for help.
Right.
God, this is something that I only recently learned. This phrase. That someone, like their entire sort of educational experience would turn on its head once they realized that the verb study kind of means play with the material in different ways until you understand it.
Fair, yeah.
Versus just sitting down and reading a book.
Yeah. I mean, in a lot of cases, it helps if you just have someone sitting there to like stop you from doing stupid shit.
Well,
you don't
sure, yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't even have to help them, but just like give them a little bit of confidence that whatever you're doing, that you're on the right path, or that you're allowing you to make mistakes to find out for yourself without getting into dangerous territory.
And also to stop you from
what happens if I touch
crack.
What happens if I short out this circuit? And well, why don't you try it? And
what do you think happens?
Yeah, and then he knows. Look, if you do it, you'll zap yourself, but it'll only sting for a second.
Yeah.
It won't be actually. You're not going to electrocute yourself. That's like.
And also someone to keep you on track, much like the way that I helped you. I really put a lot of work into helping you clearing out your spare room.
Oh, yes.
That one time a few years ago, which meant sitting in a chair, sipping, I think you made me a mint julep.
I think so too, yes.
And I just watched you work, and I just sort of reading a book and listening for, I haven't heard him rustling for a while. He must be holding something and studying it, but hey, put it down.
And giving an honest, good opinion on whether or not it's worth hanging on to something or not. It's like something.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a perfectly good camouflage, and it's like if you happen to need one, then it's going to be hard to find one.
Yeah,
I know
I know the odds. Is it that hard?
I know the odds are like small that I'm going to need it, but like if you do, then they're quite expensive camouflages, and like
but
like they're not worth anything, but they're expensive to get if you need one.
Okay, so then we went through the checklist, and that was like, have you needed one in the last 5 years? And if you needed one today, if you'd needed one 5 minutes ago, would you have known it was here?
Very good point, yes.
Right? And I think I gave you, yes, I was quite brilliant. I made a special box for things that are kind of too cool to throw away, that you don't really have a purpose for, but that would make a good birthday present for someone.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder what happened to that box.
See, okay, so there are downsides. It's not a perfect system, but you make a very good mint julep, by the way.
Thank you.
I made sure to dress up like a colonizer as well.
Yes, you are. Sort of side kernels. All right, so back to the story.
Yeah.
O'Brien is busy in the pylons tracking down a problem which seems to be very hard to find.
He's a ferret on the side of good. He's being sent into the tubes.
Yep.
He's in the tubes of Jeffrey in this case, but he's basically like he's like a white hat ferret.
Oh, I suppose.
Right, that you send in with a little toolkit and a mission to go and find some problem, and it's.
And I couldn't help thinking how this was going to keep me occupied while the security arrangements for the that
wasn't the one I was looking for, but like where he said it was really deep in the system.
That's the next time he's up
deep
in
there.
The pylons.
Crackety crack.
But he goes and talks downstairs. He goes and check on the Curtis again, who is like working on the quarters of the Pradans.
Sorry, I'm thinking about whether Ferret is right for Brien'O. He is on the ginger side, and he does roll up his sleeves a lot.
I don't know. I'm thinking he's more badgery than Ferret, but
Badger, yeah, but like maybe American Badger.
Is he? I don't know. I mean, he's not so much about crumpets and tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right. The distinction between like a European Badger and an American Badger is the European Badger does indeed like has a bow tie and invites you in for crumpet or tea, and
the American Badger pulls you into an alley and mugs you for your spare cash. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Sir, the security seal was activated the minute we left. Only Major Kira has the access codes.
And O'Brien was like, none of the up with this he shall not put.
Yes.
Kira.
Go ahead, Chief.
I'd like the access codes to the Parada quarters.
And it gets immediately interrupted by Cisco. Like he was listening in on everything.
I know. It's so weird. Like I sort of imagine if he was in the same room, then it would make sense with Kira. But otherwise, like, it's really creepy to think that he's just monitoring comms that involve Brien'O.
That's what's probably going on,
And just picks up the group chat.
Yeah.
Chief, what are you doing down there?
And changes the topic. And just does not want to listen to Brien'O's concerns because...
I want those upper pylons operational, Chief.
Yep.
But Brien'O is a great spy because he does the same maneuver that he did previously, which is to go around a corner and hide.
Yes.
And then he sees DeCurtis go into the room that he said was security sealed.
Yes, without it being unlocked by Kira.
Deception! So, shenanigans!
More Jake.
Who's sitting next to a Pac-Led.
Yes.
An uncommon species at the time.
Seems like a young one, but yes.
The young ones.
Pac-Led. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't...
Darling, it's the young ones. I still can't believe, or I still am not going to have been able to believe that the Chief has not seen the young ones and that you don't like it. I feel so alone.
I didn't say I didn't like it. It was like not
You weren't
that
impressed. It's basically...
It's
just a betrayal that I don't know how I'm going to recover from.
So...
I have a plan, though.
Jake... Oh, God.
Don't worry, you'll be on holiday.
Shows up with a little jinglebobs that he's replicated and makes O'Brien feel old.
Yeah, because...
I haven't seen one of these since I was a kid.
He goes, yeah.
I found the design in a really, really old data file in the library program.
Really, really old.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
Don't worry about it.
But just as Brien'O gets interested...
Jake, did anything unusual happen here at the station when I was in the Gamma Quadrant last?
Again, they are like... Kira happens to be standing there.
Yeah.
So they're keeping tabs on him.
Wow. Has she been...
maybe not just her.
O'Brien?
They're just probably doing that whole, trading thing where you like have handoffs to each other. It's like, so like never follow someone for a suspiciously long period of time. Just occasionally do the occasional handover. So
such a goody two-shoes. I don't know any of these things.
Back in the pylons, now we get to the scene you were talking about.
I couldn't imagine how it could have occurred so deep in the system. Unless someone had broken it deliberately.
Yeah, because now he's in an even tighter set of... Yeah, I don't know if they're still called Jeffrey's tubes.
They wouldn't be called Jeffrey's tubes because this is a Cardassian-built ship.
Out of the fiction, Jeffrey's tubes are named for Matt Jeffries, one of the production designers on the original series. But it may just be... Oh, you've got just nomenclature for things on ships. Like, they don't have... When you're on a boat, it's not a wall, it's a bulkhead. It doesn't matter if, it's actually... You can make it out of bricks and it would still be called a bulkhead because it's a boat thing now.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe when you're on a spacecraft, any maintenance tube that's designed to be, a crawl space for maintenance work.
It's generally
is
referred
a
to as a Jeffries tube. Yeah, maybe.
In Federation standard.
I always got the impression that, it was like the whole, it was named for this actual set builder guy.
Yeah.
But that canonically, that was like basically the guy who decided that we're going to have those and this is how we're going to make them. Like for the starship design. So that's what they were called, Jeffries tubes.
Yeah.
So, back in their quarters, Molly has been like, oh no, she's on the play date. She's staying the night over at the Smithses, or whatever it is that they're after.
The Jeffersons. Oh, this is fascinating. Yes, because going back to Keiko.
Where's Molly?
Yeah. Shows...
Fredrickson's, that's the one.
Oh, even better. It sort of shows how their certainty that he's a replicant is increasing.
Yes.
Because now...
Oh, we better eat while the food's still warm.
Yeah.
She's not just like a little bit suspicious. She's actually kind of scared.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is not my husband and I'm having to fake it.
Yeah. Especially when he starts getting a little bit frisky.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of... It's very sad.
Oh, yes.
From the perspective of the replicant O'Brien, because there's no harm being done here.
No.
But she is deeply uncomfortable.
Absolutely,
and she has to engage in intimacy with someone that she doesn't trust because this is the way that she can help get her husband back.
And then the suspicion goes both ways, because like she serves him fricando stew, which apparently he likes, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
And then she's not eating the same food as he is.
It looks like brown meat goop.
It looks a bit like a poorly done, meat stew.
Well, what is fricando?
It's a particular cut of meat, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And apparently it makes quite a good stew or something that he really enjoys, but...
I just feel like having salad.
Yeah, and there's like...
And you get crazy close-ups.
Lots of long shots about the food, and he's picking at the food, and she's picking at her salad. And
how is it?
Yeah, asking
and
him.
So suspicious.
Yeah, it's like, you haven't tried any yet. Like...
And suddenly he said,
Right. Just don't seem to have an appetite right now.
And now we get the sort of red herring, because now that he's all he could think about while he looked at her
was that this was not my Keiko.
Yep.
So he's suspecting that other people have been changed, which is kind of brilliant.
Again, back in line with the we're being held on in a holodeck without him knowing. That's.
Yeah, I think that's so much. It never occurred to me that. Like, I thought that he was thinking that individuals had been replaced.
Right, that's also a possibility, yeah.
Which happens quite a lot in Star Trek. As
or they get brainwormed or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was also described by Ira Stephen Bear, one of the showrunners, as Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the perspective of a body snatcher.
Yeah. As long as they don't know that they're body snatchers.
Right.
But yeah.
Check for traces of any chemical agents with bioactive properties.
No chemical agents with bioactive properties detected.
Yeah, and the instant responses are like, what does this log look like from the outside? Like, an incredible number of like scans and resources are being used from a private terminal in someone's room.
Yeah.
And apparently it's very easy to just like, no, nothing telepathic going on. Really? A station with 5,000 people? You don't have any Vulcans or Betazoids?
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe, I don't know. It makes for interesting TV.
There's an interesting bit where he asks...
Computer, display all arriving vessels from stardate 47550 through 47571.
Padding for time, they're probably glad that the star dates are this long by now, because that'll extend it a bit, but he asks...
None from the Gamma Quadrant?
Because, maybe there's something from the Gamma Quadrant.
He's suspecting,
They don't suspect the founders, just changelings, that's the word.
And he just settles for just like listening to all the senior office logs. It's a long scene. It's quite fun done with him, like, lazing about in various positions while we hear the other officers make their log entries until he finally hits one that it is, where is it? Like, here we go.
Access denied.
That's the one.
Denied?
That's not right. It's like...
Access restricted to level 1 security clearance.
Hey, I am level 1.
Yeah.
Access denied.
Nope.
Now he goes off on a little mission.
Yes.
We see him take the lift up to Ops.
Yep.
Walk around to his station, Just casually walk around like he owns the place.
Yeah, and then just as he starts poking around just Curtis happens to be there.
Anything I can help you with, Chief?
No, I'm fine. Off you go, little person. I'm just trying to get a head start on things. And then Curtis says...
You're an inspiration to us all.
What the kind of a comment is that?
It's, just a little bit of brown-nosing.
And he's very proud of himself, because apparently whoever had set up these security lockouts laid several traps, but I wasn't fooled for a second. And I found the information with no problem. And what I found on the hidden logs was just more mysteries. But they were very interested in me.
They were analysing and reanalyzing everything I'd put into my report about Paraden's security.
Yep. So again, fuels my thoughts about they're really, the Paradens are really trying to figure out whether or not O'Brien can be trusted, whether or not the Federation can be trusted, whether he's trying anything that looks like they might be a danger to the security talks.
There would be... Okay, then I'm curious how he dealt with this next thing, because he finds evidence that they had investigated his logs and...
Right.
I hope they enjoyed reading the sexy letters to my wife.
Yeah.
But how would the Paradens have gotten those? Oh, no, he would remember those.
Yeah. Or if he wrote them while he was already on the shuttle or transport or something.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, because he wouldn't know what the logs of the other officers would be like, because he wouldn't know
which fades in like, well, okay, this is also they must be doing it behind my back. So he goes and waits for Odo to arrive.
Yes, convenient.
Well,
Odo's been off this whole time, because now he has someone to talk to,
which he knows he can trust, because he can't be in on anything yet, because he's been away. Thank you.
Yep, and he's the very first person that Odo bumps into, and he goes,
"It's good to see you too."
Well, clearly O'Brien is waiting at the airlock where he's going to show up,
and it must be so relieving to Brien'O to have someone like Odo to talk to, because Odo asks all the right questions.
Do any of them know you're suspicious?
Probably.
Yeah,
I've asked a few questions.
Also, very good assessment. It's
If I was us and I was, if I'd observed me, then yeah, probably. And they go through, okay, why can't I call Starfleet? Yeah, well, what would I say? And also...
They might even call Commander Sisko and start asking questions about you.
Well, that's what I was afraid of.
And he says, okay, you go chill out, and in the meantime, I'll do some investigating.
If I can confirm your suspicions, we can go to Starfleet and the Bajoran authorities at the same time.
Yep.
And he's so relieved.
Yes, he finally has a little bit of air. He finally can go about his way, and he immediately starts using that to making preparations, because...
I like to think I'm a man with many talents, but waiting isn't one of them.
Yeah.
And he's fits a few standard components together in a clever way for some purpose, which we will learn later.
He goes to a bar. This is an Irishman's solution to any kind of problem.
The scene that I already referred to earlier is it feels like they are taking avenues of probing O'Brien for information.
Yeah.
And this time it's through Quark, and he rightfully tells him,
well, you'll have to find out about the Paradas from someone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Off you.
I actually wonder if Quark's in on it. On the one hand, he's such a good liar that he could totally be in on it and circumspectly questioning the chief. But it could also be that he's been kept out of it because you cannot trust Quark.
No, this sounds fairly genuine. You know what Quark is doing?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like the thing that Quark would do.
Yep. It starts with such an ominous line.
The odds are against you, O'Brien.
Yeah.
But he's talking about...
racquetball.
Of course.
There's a match with Bashir next week. We never finished the first one,
You haven't thrown
remember?
out your elbow in at least 3 weeks.
And yes, he refuses to talk about the Paradens because he's... I like to think that Quark isn't in on it. And that O'Brien at this point is just sort of overacting.
Getting a bit paranoid and,
And he's being invited into Odo's office.
Yes.
Where, what did you find out?
Sit down.
Yeah, okay. This is great. And... yeah, you're right. Again, Odo asks,
how much do you know about the Paraden rebels?
And, he's just trying to understand, and, let me see. Oh, yes, here we go.
Odo, Sisko's logs indicate that secret messages have been coming from the Parada system.
And could they have been coming from the rebels?
Well, yes, they were.
As a matter of fact, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's already a breach.
Okay, and now everything comes to a head. because this means to O'Brien, okay, we have enough to do what you said earlier, to go to the authorities.
Yeah.
And Odo says...
That still might be premature.
Yes, and then he goes like, oh dear, they got you. Yeah.
They got to you. And the door opens, and Kira and Bashir and Cisco...
Yeah, they all show up.
And they asked him, like...
We don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Julian
like,
offers some
no,
drugs.
you don't want to hurt me. No, you just want to assimilate me. Or
yeah,
whatever.
oh yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Are you like special Borg? This is terrifying. So he throws a little banger, seems like a stun grenade.
Firefights in the hallway.
Yeah, he phasers several security people with Kira's gun that he nicked. Now, let me say, I think that is the only time that a Starfleet officer is seen using a Bajoran phaser.
That was it, right?
Yes, except it's not even, because he's not a Starfleet officer, he's a replicant.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. So, he tries to run away, tries to beam towards the Rio Grande, which is unable to comply because he's been locked out.
Yep, and he bumps into a...
force field.
He's not a very good mime, Colomini. It's not a very believable bump into. He does he does a sort of red panda flail at something mildly scary.
He makes them disable it by activating all other force fields and making it unable to move around without deactivating all of them again.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Very cleverly done.
Which they do.
And he runs into Jake, who just happens to wander out of the corridor.
Yeah.
And he's clearly on it now. He's been warned now.
Because Brien'O tries to talk them down
Something isn't normal around here. Your dad, the others, something's happened to them.
Yeah.
But he calls security.
Yep.
And just before he runs off, he says...
Just surrender to them and you'll be fine.
Yeah, because at this point they know. Because the security communications from the rebels have clued them in on what's going on.
Yeah.
And at this point they know that he's a replicant.
That's right. Oh, interesting. So they must have had some reason to suspect on their own, and now they got confirmation from the rebels.
Or maybe they were clued in as well, and now it's probably something along the lines of, we didn't know, we suspect something, but now we have proof. Basically, that's... Yeah.
Brien'O badgers his way into one of the knee-high Jeffrey's tubes. Okay, not Jeffrey's. What's a Cardassian version of Jeffrey?
I don't know. What are Cardassians called?
Okay, well, we've got Garak. We've got Ducat.
Yeah.
Let me see. Masset is one.
Darroch tubes? I don't know.
Darroch tubes. The Darochian tubes.
I don't know, man. I'm just making something up.
That sounds like something else. No, he climbs into, he gets real deep into the station's Darochian tubes.
Yeah, and when you have a shot of him climbing up through the same thing, probably through one of the pylons.
It's got little ladders.
Drops his phasers, so we get a good shot of how high up he is. So he's up his way to one of the upper pylons, it seems.
Oh, yeah.
Where he manages to get his way into some sort of storage place which has an unguarded transporter. Ha-ha!
And then he beams onto the Rio Grande.
And GTFO.
And he declines to shut down his engines.
Yep.
Shields up, and he also affirms...
If you check your systems, you'll find that the mooring clamps are already unlocked. And your tractor beams are offline.
Bye. He falls off, shields up, gets shot at by the station.
Green phaser, unusual.
Yeah. I suppose it's Cardassian.
And a bit of a problems with the shields until he redirects power, and then the shields are back up, and that's all great. He tries to contact Starfleet Command.
Yeah, and then it's oh no, they're all over there. Because...
Return to DS9 immediately.
And...
You will not be harmed.
Again.
Yeah, that's really reassuring.
Yeah, that's they always say that, but it's you can't really expect that to work. Really,
you've said it so often now that it's making me think that I wasn't thinking about being harmed until you reassured me so many times.
Off he goes,
and he's terribly worried.
Had someone or something started to infiltrate all of Starfleet?
Yeah,
again, because you served on the Enterprise D when the brainworms thing happened.
When this happened, yes. He's being followed by the Mekong and
not the Rio Grande.
How much lead time do we have in the Mekong?
So why, if the Mekong is the faster one, why didn't he steal that one?
It's not per se faster, is it?
Then why is he being? Why are they gaining on him?
Oh, I don't know. Are they?
That's what it says. How much time how much lead time do we have? At current speed, 7 minutes 4 seconds.
But
it'll disappear in a hurry once we drop out of
warp. That's not how time works.
No, exactly, exactly. If you stop now, they'll also stop.
Exactly. Unless they keep going in warp for a little bit longer, but then,
That's right. That is right. And he does some clever stuff. There's some fun shots, CGI, I think, of the runabout flying through this system. And
he does a clever thing.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
He lets them catch up so they're close enough, and then he goes into a particular polar orbit, so he goes through whatever the Van Allen belt, radiation belts is.
Where the sensors will be inoperable for about 27 seconds.
Lets himself be slingshot around the moon, and now it's like, woo, as he puts it.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah.
I can play hide and seek. He goes into silent running mode.
But he's still peeking at them.
Yes.
He still knows where they
sensors,
are.
I suppose.
Yeah, doesn't make a whole lot of sense because he waits until his sensors are offline, then he scrambles into a different direction. Okay, this is like closing your eyes to play hide and seek.
Well, but he knows that they're on his trail, and that he knows that he's going to be out of visual range for a bit.
Yeah,
and hopefully as soon as that point he does his burn, and then he does the.
Yeah, but what if their sensors aren't inoperative yet because they're
that's
still outside
that's
the
what
field?
He calculates. Yeah. That's why he let them get to him to a certain distance.
And now he has the computer monitor all transport activity on the Mekong, which is actually happening. They're beaming down to the surface. All of them are beaming down.
3 of them.
What is this? And he decides, okay, apparently there's a party.
Yep.
I'm going to crash it.
Following. Yep. Down into a suspiciously flat floor tunnel, as our chief managed to put it.
Oh, that's a Mariner thing from Lower Decks.
Yes.
It's actually kind of cool. It looks very light.
It is. There's a lot of light coming in until he finds a doorway and bursts in on them where the command crew is.
Having a little unscheduled negotiation with the rebels, are we?
And he holds them under phaser fire, which they ask him to put, or under phaser threat, which they ask them to put it down.
You put down yours first.
Yeah. Including these Piradans. Interesting design for these aliens.
Yeah.
We basically haven't seen anyone who hasn't
don't get a lot of screen time for the amount of effort. But yes, and then you get the Cisco trying to explain it.
Everything you need to understand is behind this door.
I like the vocal effect that they've got.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
If you just permit me.
Just stay where you are.
Listen to him. He's not your enemy.
Just do as we say and everything will be fine. Yeah. No, that's what got me here.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Well, has he done what they asked?
Well, not really, but it's like they can't really expect him to. It's like.
And they're really going out of their way
right.
to not have to harm him.
They are, absolutely. As is he.
I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
But one of the Piradans just takes a pot shot.
Yeah. Pretty severe explosion in his chest, which knocks him back. And then the door opens.
Doctor, we need you.
Because Julian Bashir is back there treating a patient who is Miles Edward O'Brien.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not Jehoshaphat.
This is coming dangerously close to hijinks.
I forgot we had a sound pan. Oh, we had such a streak of a really serious episode. A sound from the Popian troops. Thank you for that. And oh no.
Well, he's perfect.
Yes, Colin Meaney, you are the ideal man.
He looks just like me.
Yep, and apparently even thought it.
Yeah. And now think about this scene from the perspective of the replicant who feels his life fading and spends the last minute watching other people talk about him as if he isn't there, as if he's already dead, in fact.
Well, he kind of is. It's it's all done except for the dying.
Yep.
No doubt they thought that would make him more convincing.
And
we believe there was some triggering device programmed into him that would take over during the peace talks.
Manchurian candidate, you said.
But there is no way to prove it wasn't him. Perfect replica copy, knew where everything was. So yeah, they did a good job on that.
Yep.
But yeah, this as I say.
You must have wondered what the hell was going on with all of us.
Yep.
Yeah. And all this time, he doesn't get to speak. They're just doing exposition about him because now our focus is with the real Brien'O.
Yes.
And they're trying to figure out, why was he coming back to Parada? And Brien'O says,
if it were me, I'd be trying to warn somebody there was something wrong at the station.
Right. And he's already tried that with Starfleet, and now the only other thing that he's got left is going back to the Paradans.
Because for all intents and purposes, he really was Miles O'Brien. He was a perfect replication. He felt the same. He had the same responses. And
maybe in a strange sort of way, he was trying to be a hero.
Nothing strange about it, Cisco.
Exactly. That's absolutely perfect, exemplary behavior from your officer. You know?
And the replicant, who apparently is not dead, which I thought initially that he just straight up died already.
No.
Grabs Brien'O by the shoulder and asks,
Keiko, what about her? Tell her I love.
Freaking used you.
Oh, wow. And that's the end of the episode. Good gravy. Sorry. I thought...
Sorry, what?
No, I duplicated that. I got excited and I thought I'll do it for a change, but not realizing this. I've got to remember we've got these sound packs.
I know, right?
So we've got...
Accessing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
This is coming dangerously close to hijinks.
Computer, stop playback.
I feel strange, but also good.
Okay, so those are the ones I've got to remember that they
And don't
exist.
forget, of course, the
yeah.
shields up. We don't use that either, but...
No, we don't find ourselves locking horns very often.
No. So...
I wonder if we should do something about that. I really liked that you had this reading that you could...
Right, yeah. I honestly could not remember the conclusion of this show. Like, despite, like, having seen it in the past, but I guess, like, you know.
I wish there was, like, a... No. I was about to say, I wish there was, like, a pill you could take to, like, remove an episode from your memory so we could have fun with that. And then it just in a matter of seconds went through the horrifying implications of such a technology.
Yes, I probably wouldn't know.
Yep.
So, what did you think was?
Nice
So fucking cool.
Colin Meaney. Carried a whole episode on his shoulders.
Absolutely, yeah. No, very true.
Consistently fascinating. You feel empathetic toward him. Like he's very rarely the focus of a whole episode.
Right, yes.
And he can still carry it.
Yeah.
And the thing about like what makes him what I appreciate about him as an actor, he makes other people look good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, Jake Sisko, Sirach Lofton, child actor, right, surrounded by very experienced actors, and he takes them very seriously, and he makes Jake's responses feel real, like it's, and he consistently does that here as well, when everybody else has to act sort of against type.
Right, yes.
And has like an internal character motivation, but also like the audience is supposed to infer something different.
Right, yes.
And he makes it work for everyone, hands
Absolutely.
down.
Very well done, yes, I agree completely.
How about you?
I'm going to go with the camera work.
Yes, there were beautiful camera
That was
moves.
like, yeah, just a lot of the long shots we don't usually get. I love that shot of him moving across command. Where he comes up and you kind of get this very unusual view of command that you don't get a lot, especially when he goes down into the pits like that.
Yeah, it's a very multi-level set.
Yeah.
You really get to enjoy the
space.
space.
You usually only get the short shots, and from this you can get a much better idea of what it looks like as a whole.
The geography, yeah.
So that's what I think my
Good
SFC goes
choice.
to. Right, so then we have a little thing where we talk about the missing scene from the
log supplemental.
And would you like to go first? Because you've been teasing me with this for a while. Like I have literally been on tenterhooks.
So you know how that goes in a lot of social media. No, sorry, not social media. IM groups, be it WhatsApp or Telegram or Signal, whatever. You get this group of people with and then quite often then a second group happens, which is all of the same people except one.
Except one.
So this is what's going on here. That's how they managed to jump in so perfectly. They've got like the usual command chief group chat, but they've made a new one without O'Brien in it, and this is where they're constantly keeping each other informed about what he's doing, and that's how he knows how Sisko knows to jump in right away when there's when everybody knows how to like start running deflection. So that's my so it's kind of like a running thing throughout the. You know how they do that in modern series and movies where they have have on screen like text messages being shown.
Yes.
So something like that. So something having that running over there where you can see where you got a sidebar where you've got the command group chat running like about what's going on.
Okay, so this reminds me of a meme, and yes, it's Kaki describes the internet.
Yeah.
If WhatsApp was in Star Trek, and we see like a WhatsApp screen of various messages, DMs sent to Captain Sisko, Captain Sisko in his later look, and we have the messages are Ducat saying "Hey" with an ellipsis.
Yeah.
Julian Bashir saying "I need cock."
Wow.
Brien'O says "I'm stuck in a power conduit." Quark says Latinum for feet pics. Kira says, I have a bomb. And Jadzia Dax has 496 pictures sent. This is exactly the personality expressed as DM chat. So yes, their group chat would be indeed absolutely insane. I really, really like your idea. And maybe Brien'O, maybe he doesn't love the group chat, so he has it muted anyway, so he doesn't notice that it's suddenly gone quiet.
Very quiet, like even more so than normal. Yeah. So, what's yours?
Actually, literal continuation of the end, where he goes, tell her I love, and then Brien'O goes, what? What was he going to say? I guess we'll never know. And he goes, oh, I'm fine, actually. I can feel myself healing already. Tell her I'd love... I mean, are we just going to widen the bed, the three of us now? And he looks up at Brien'O, and then Brien'O goes, well... I mean,
you see Brien'O reaching for his phaser.
No. Well, what if O'Brien has always wanted, always been conflicted by, on the one hand, wanting to try a threesome, but on the other hand, deeply caring about monogamy. And this way, hey, we've actually found a really great middle road. Or what is the opposite of the middle road? How about it? Hey, guys.
A little bit of spit roasting.
Or, whatever we've got. I don't know.
Didn't say who was getting spit roasted.
No, that's right. and Julian goes, I'll bring a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We came so close to a really serious episode, and I was so proud. Oh,
comedy podcast.
Comedy podcast. Oh, thank you for this, by the way. Thank you to
Nerdimus Prime or Derp Prime. Yes.
Thank you for the amount of attitude that went into this recommendation. I don't know if we want to invite everyone to commit that, but do what feels right. I think that always goes.
Yes, and if you would like to recommend an episode of yourself, you can go to joyoftrek.com/links.
Yes, where you can find links to our socials. We're on Blue Sky, where the chief posts GIFs and sometimes pays attention, so you can actually have a little fun with him, and he might not notice. Although, I just said that out loud. Whoops. Absolutely don't do that. Definitely don't do that. Please be courteous. Blue Sky is, at the moment, a sort of okay social place to be, and we do like to interact with
It is for the time being.
You'll also find, you could recommend stories if you like.
That too.
We do story readings, and if you have a particular favorite that's short enough, long enough, in the sort of general vibe, there's some instructions there. Please let us know, because we do love to read those fanfic stories. And you could join our Patreon.
Become a lemon-stealing whore.
Yeah, I think we've probably set it to the absolute lowest that Patreon allows, where it's $5, or maybe there isn't even a price. We barely even care, but we do to show our appreciation to the people who help keep the lights on here at the studios. And you have very nice light, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, compliments where they are due. And you get a special bonus episode once a month where we pierce the temporal vortex. Anyway,
let's see what the chief has prepared for us, and if we can deduce what is going to be
next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek.
Here comes clue number 1.
Ensign Connor, agreement between my senior officers. Note the date and time.
What to the senior officers?
Agreement between my senior officers. Oh my God.
Note the date and time. So
I know this already. I know this immediately.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm done.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's look.
Their entire ship is covered with coffins.
Ooh, sinister.
Is that like Discovery early
on?
Yeah, the Klingon ship, the Klingon death ship.
The sarcophagus ship.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good.
Your world has food chains. Mine does not. Our species map is binary. We are either predator or prey.
Yeah, that's Saru, right?
Oh, right, yes. Good point, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I know exactly what we're doing. And in fact, I'm sort of dealing with the implication of if we're doing that episode. Another clue first.
Your human tongue is not the problem. It is your human heart.
Oof.
If I had a penny.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, now I'm thinking about the implications of that. No, I retract that statement.
With respect, it would be unwise to confuse race and culture.
Oh, well, that's a bold statement for Star Trek.
Spoken like a xenoanthropologist.
Yeah.
And the last clue.
They said hello in a language the Klingons understood. Violence brought respect. Respect brought peace.
Yeah.
Captain, we have to give the Klingons a Vulcan hello.
The customary hello shooting of the shot in front of the bow. Yes. All right, so it's season 1, episode 2.
One.
Okay, yeah.
Straight up one called The Vulcan Hello.
All right.
Which is a 2-part episode, which I'm really curious.
Okay.
Because it does stand alone, sort of, but let's see if we're right to begin with.
Okay, let's dive into the argument over the Klingons' new makeup, because the episode is Discovery 101, The Vulcan Hello.
Yeah, very good. Well done.
Hell yes. Now I have a reason to open up the book that our listener and Libertine Whore Hauke sent about the makeup of Discovery. Oh, I'm really, really excited for this. I'm really excited for this.
I can see. He's sitting there on the couch vibrating, literally.
I never thought we were going to do something like this.
Oh, well.
Say goodbye so I can recover. I'm really having
paroxysms. Thank you for joining us, and we only have one more thing to do.
I'm leaving Starfleet.
Energize!
Can we record the next one already? Can we record
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode with friends Kay and Kaki, production and editing by Chief Engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amore. Join us next time for the Vulcan Hello Discovery 101. Visit joyoftrek.com/links to send us recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there!